Hello everyone, how are we doing? Um, yeah, the title not updated. Sorry about that. I don't know how to change it midstream. But I thought I had changed it to Magnus stuff. Um, Never mind. Uh, I suppose what I can do is hello. Um, yeah, I don't know how to change the stream title. I can quickly end the stream and start again with a new title, but I don't think that's probably worth it. So we'll crack on. We're doing Magnus, we're not doing Skulls. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well at the moment. Um, so yeah, we have just had Skulls. That was all really good, really positive. I hope everyone enjoyed that. And we had Angron, and yeah, Angron's gone down really well. So I hope you're all ready for our third Demon Primarch, Magnus, which is going to be a lot of fun. Only says we've only got 9 people in the chat at the moment. Who have we got? Got a few more than 9. Oh, Lodger, I can see you lurking in there. But yeah, I don't know whether or not we should just crack on with the hi Mike, hi Calvin. Don't know if I should crack straight on with the main reveal of Magnus. Although to be fair, he has already been in the game for a little bit. So I guess not the end of the world to start talking about him already. Those numbers are all wrong. Oh, Lodger, sorry you're not feeling well. All right, well, I will try and keep the energy high, but not too high. Hope you feel better soon. But yeah, Magnus, here he is. Wait, there he is. So he's going to come in as a Demon Primarch. As with all the other Primarchs, he's going to be at 100 points. With 160 Psychic, he is the most powerful Psyker out of every Psyker that we've got in the game so far. Got the highest Psychic base stat. On top of that, he's got Inspiring Presence. And he's got Silent Blast as well. And for those of you who have already checked out his special rule, down's it need an operation. Oof. Sorry about that, Lodge. Well, I hope you feel better as well as you can do as soon as you can do, if that makes sense. But yeah, Cabala Sorcerers is the new special rule for Magnus. Yes, so I saw. Yeah, you won the community competition, so congrats on that. I know there are a few lurking about there. When we released Morven Val's Supreme Commander, we said we'd reuse the token system, and it may take some time to get that going. And here we are. This is our second part of the token system. I know Morven Val is still a spicy topic because she's seen as being very swingy, very luck roulette-y. I would say Magnus does it in a much less toned down, swingy way, in the sense that it isn't as power warping whether or not those attack buffs or attack reductions, damage reductions happen. So this is a much more baseline passive increase to the psychic attacks. But the basic way it works is every time that you make a psychic attack, add a token into the pool. How many tokens you have in the pool, that buffs all of your psychic attacks by 20% per token. And then there's a chance, based on the number of tokens, 10% per, to have an overload, which, when it happens, doubles that benefit to that card. And we'll see it in action in a second. But also there's a bit of recoil damage as well. But yeah, I think for a long time people have been looking for a new or reworked way to play Chaos Psychic. Chaos has definitely been like the most consistently popular faction in the game to play Psychic with shout outs to Space Marine and Eldar, who also consistently put out good Psychic ones. But yeah, Araman, I think, has been in that stage where if we were going to do him as like a focal point warlords, it would need to be like a significant rework. And this is again the same kind of feel of Tzeentchian chance and power spikes and stuff like that, but on a much bigger scale, as you'd expect for Magnus. We've also got a few other new cards which I think have been previewed. So we've got the Brimstone Horror. So this is the last. Well, let's start with the Pink Horror. For those of you who've got Balance Change, it's now live, but we've reworked the Pink Horror. So it's gone from a triple attacker to being a more psychic focus with the psychic buff. Now into a slightly smaller version, slightly cheaper for the blue, which kind of makes sense, same traits, but almost a direct sort of downgrade on the points. And then you go down to Brimstone, which doesn't have Endless, but has a nice little psychic burst to it there. We've got a new Inspiring Presence, Psychic Ready on Psychic, so he's quite a good little filler piece, whilst also providing some good range support. Who else have we got? We've obviously got the new Sekitar robots, which are a nice tanky damage dealer, which have the Psychic on Psychic Ready, so they can do like a good job of either holding the line in a Psychic deck or being a good sort of like thing to pivot to. So yeah, I think they'll definitely do the work. They've got a lot of health on them as well, for shields as well, at 27 points. And this one I'm excited about as well. The Exalted Sorcerer is a very potent damage dealer with Medicae and shields as well. Magnus's health is a bit low. I think it's tricky because it's the same as Abaddon, so it's not low. I think the thing that he feels more than maybe Abaddon is Abaddon plays a lot more nicely with support cards, so you expect to bring things like Taunt and Medicae to it, but you don't have as many Psychic Medicae choices, which is why we've added in a new Psychic Medicae choice, and we've already got the existing Gore. Yeah, exactly. There's only ever a fraction of Magnus available at any one time. But compared to Fulgrim, it's only 60 less than Fulgrim, and it's only 5 points more than Angron, but Angron's obviously got his return from death and regen. So it's in line with the other Primarchs for sure. Like the Lion has got 425 as well, similar, but he's got shields. And then Gilliman's got a lot more. But yeah, without fear of shields, it feels a bit low. Yeah, and I think with a lot of the psychic playstyle, that tends to be the case. And I don't think the things that are a threat to Magnus, which would be able to like one-shot him, I don't think he's in a position to be dodging that like other big characters are. His thing is definitely dealing out like a massive amount of damage, and obviously as one of the few warlords with Silent Blast and with Inspiring Presence and with the stacking of his ability, where a lot of these warlords with lower health feel very threatened because they can get 2v1 or 3v1s and they get very stranded. His Sonic Blast is able to deal out a minimum at max level, like a minimum of like 80, and that's with none of his tokens stacked up, so he's able to sort of protect himself in that way by clearing out the flanks. But yeah, I think he's purposely not as enduring as some of the other ones. But for the point of view of like going against any other of the warlords that aren't Supreme Commanders, he's not going to have any problem tanking hits from them, unless it's one of the ones with Deadshot, like Skulltaker does. But yeah, as well as Magnus himself, we are also doing a bit of a Magnus celebration as well, because there are only so many Primarchs we get to do. and Angron was a big hit and very popular, and we did the same kind of thing for Fulcrum as well. So we've got a few things to shout about there. So we've got the new mission cards. So a lot of people saying, "Oh my god, you've got to do 1,000,000." Is it 1,000,000 or 100,000, something like that? Lots of damage, psychic damage with the brimstones. It's across 2 weeks, 10 days, across 10 days. It's in both campaigns and in ranked, so you should be able to wrap it up no problem. Free giveaways as usual. We're adding in the victory packs as well with the special Tzeentch contacts. And when we launch Magnus tomorrow, we're going to have Magnus the Red campaign, much like we did with Angron. So every 5 levels, 5, 10, 15, 20, you will get given Magnus to play with, because the response from that's been really, really positive every time we've done it. So every 5 levels we'll be playing as Magnus. Unexpected reinforcements, I'm pretty sure, let me double check my notes. You will be playing as Imperium. So Servants of the Emperor. Then the next one, the Barra, is a standard 200-point plan campaign. And then 4th one is a Tzeentch/Slaanesh keyword restricted sub-faction events at 350 points. So a little bit of a mix up there to keep that going. Obviously got him coming out, and then we'll go into the support cards for Magnus, those Tzeentch cards that we just had a look at. I think the Brimstone horrors will dominate. I don't know. Do they seem like really spicy? But I don't know if you're just you memeing on me, but I don't know that they're that spicy. They're good for 4 points for sure, but I don't think they're like hella spicy. I mean, I wish we had the game set up in a way that we could just say you take your pink horror, you then get your blue horror, rather than listen, then it turns into your brimstone. But maybe one day we'll get there. But I think Tzeentch is in a really good place. And talking about balance change stuff, obviously we've put more and more stuff to get on psychic buff. So most of the Tzeentch cards will have psychic buff as their ready type now. So there's a really interesting playstyle here, which I'd love people to see really maxed out, where you play quite a hybrid deck. You kind of take it from there, or you can go full meme here. And so this is what I'm thinking about doing for my Apocalypse, and go for 3 Greater Demons, all with Silent Blast, him with Silent Blast, 2 healers and 1 Endless. I think that would be pretty gross. But the only other thing to talk about actually that's on my mind at the moment is talking about like seasons and arenas and stuff like that. They are small and funny, definitely. Is the rank rework. So I know that's been a hot topic, people have been talking about it. It's not being ignored at all. It's, as I say, as I mentioned before, it's in a difficult point at the moment where we just need to get consistent data on it, basically. I'm going to be doing a blog post on it in the near future. So that will go through all stuff in more detail. But for a lot of people saying that, it's totally busted, it's not working, it's become really difficult and grindy. The win rate overall has only dropped by 5%. And that's 5% across the board. It's not like it's 5% on average. It's across different ranks, across different age and game. It's pretty consistently about the 5% mark, maybe going from 3 to 10, but 5%. So that's not a crazy drop. We're not seeing that people have massively started losing games. And part of the objective was absolutely to make the game a little bit more challenging. Because, it was a problem that people were actively saying, and that we can see in the data that people were just winning. There wasn't any challenge or sort of nuance in the game. And on top of that, there were some fair complaints that the people who always finish at the top were the people who could just play the most. And absolutely on our uncapped game system, that should be the case. But I think then there's a better balance to be done. My haircut, I love the haircut. I don't think it's the haircut. I think it's just that I haven't had it cut in a while. in a while. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's just me or if there are like lots of people who do live like this, but I have like 3 haircuts a year, and so I go quite short to just floopy, and it's not. It's because I'm horribly disorganized. It's not because it's a style choice. Um, but yes, actions on ranked stuff. I think we may fiddle a little bit with the modifier, but that's not guaranteed. We'll see where it sits. But on fair complaints, Ghost Star has been definitely flagged as one that is, this is Screen Commander Ghost Star, is a little bit too spicy with the modifiers. And we were kind of waiting for something like that to happen because although he is really strong in PvP and in Apocalypse, he wasn't in ranked. He's now getting ranked attention as well. So we can probably expect next season for Screen Commander Ghost Star to get a little bit of a tune-up. But there'll be more details about that coming out in the blog, and also in the near-ish future, there are some more things coming soon, TM, that I'm excited to talk about, but we're not quite in that place yet now. Yeah. Oh, and if you haven't seen it yet, our artist Benji recently has done a Araman cosplay. So he did the Silent King cosplay for us a couple of years back, and he was at Games Expo. If you haven't seen it on our channels, check it out. It looks awesome. Always a shout out to Benji, looking absolutely awesome as always. Next things next, we've got the giveaway. When it's ready, what we type. When the giveaway is ready, you just do the join. Oh, okay, that's where yes, there we go. 1 second. 1 second. I've got. Can't speak and type it, so. There we go. Cool. Okay. For all those who complaining at the beginning that my the stream wasn't right, there we go. The title should now be fresh. But talking of giveaways, I can see that there's already someone lurking in the arena. For those of you who want to head over and get a chance to win some Magnus packs, then jump on in there. Got my deck here at 200 points. I definitely think he's better at 400 points, but let's give it a go. So let's see Magnus in action. So, I mean, for those of you who, I think it was only like a year ago that we did a massive improvement to both regen and poison. So I think regen and poison both capped at 12, and they're now at 25, so it's like doubles. I think they're okay. I mean, poison particularly is doing well in the position that it is at the moment. They're both doing much better than they were. I think the tricky thing with this is that the only way to make a meaningful change to it, I would say, would be looking at moving it over to like a fixed percentage rather than a fixed value. But then the percentage stuff really messes around with yeah. really messes around with like different card level. What level is my Magnus? My Magnus at the moment is at max level, but it doesn't matter. It's because it's the in the clan. So the clan stuff always is at max level. But yeah, I get poison is much better, and I don't know whether or not regen should be more powerful than poison, so it still ticks out over it, but we shall see. We'll see. I don't think there's any like obvious trend at the moment that the regen cards are suffering, like on the balance changing and going through the data, like they're not really. But well, Magnus versus Magnus, you can do that logic if you want to, because it's all set to max level on Clan versus. I can see HDMO's joins. Throw the invite back out again. So we'll both be playing at the same level. But yeah, maybe. Trait stuff, I've been trying to do a lot more trace adjustments recently. So not against it at all. Ooh, Nurgle deck. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, fair Lodger. Well, do whatever you want. I mean, you've already got a copy of Magnus, so just be getting extra bonus stuff, which was always good, to be fair. And yeah, I mean, with regen, if you are getting hit by 6 million damage, then I don't think any amount of that's not what the regen is for. Regen is not about meaning that, I can tank anything. That's what shield's for. Regen is very much like I can take a hit, and unless you bring 6 million damage, you're not going to take me down. That's kind of the point of it. So I think, Angron's doing really well already. People having lots of fun with them campaigns and stuff like that, and I think that's a really good case of like regen does work. And I think on some of the smaller cards, it's just nice as they're much better against like value things. So if you're doing like a 12 cost card into a 12 cost card, one has regen, suddenly being able to heal 25 damage when your opponent only does 40 is like a massive deal. But yes, if you're getting hit with a 60-point card that does 200 damage, then yeah, it's not going to make a difference. But that's just kind of how it works, I think. But yeah. Okay, we've got server. Sorry, yes, I saw that before. I will flag that. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's working fine for me. I'll double check if there's any notes. Not too deep on the techie side, so I don't know where to look, but it's working fine for me, and there's no active reports on. But noted. But yeah, for those wondering how Magnus ability works, I've made 4 psychic attacks. So 1, 2, 3 plus the Sonic Blast, so I've got 14 there. So while that's active, all of my guys are being boosted by 80%. And in that case, you saw that he triggered the bonus when it was at 50, so he got 200% damage and then dealt 50% damage to himself. Let's see if we can get a bigger hit in here. So I should be able to clear him off. There we go. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, I've got a lot of chewing to go through here. Looks like a full deck. Though I think I've taken out Roticus already is pretty significant. So I think my blue scribe's going to die through their shields. What is that emote? GPU. But yeah, with Magnus out, that just leaves Mortarion. So I don't know, is that saving lots of people's favourites till last? I know when I asked last time when we were doing Angron, who's everyone's next favourite, it was pretty even split between Magnus and Mortarion. Of the three Supreme Commanders we've got so far for Chaos, well, no, we've got Abaddon as well, but the three Demon Primarchs we've got so far, which one do we think is famous? So I've heard loads of really positive things about Angron, which is really good. Really glad to hear that. But is Angron much better than Thorgrim? Yeah, we'll get there with Morty for sure. Who would Rick be in a Warhammer setting? Who's like super smart and always gets up to crazy stuff? I don't know. Um, right. Do we want to pull out Magnus the Red? Yeah, why not? And see what he can do. So there we go. His side blast, even through fear, is able to do 80 damage to everyone. Oh, I'm going to blow myself up. Nope, not quite. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Well, I think Angron's a lot of fun. I like Fulgrim too, for sure. But I'm interested to see if that's consensus that Angron is just better, or whether or not is it Angron is better, or he's just more fun, or both. Um, and I like any sort of ability to add on tags. Um, so yeah, kind of thematic, keyword based synergy bonuses and stuff like that. Yeah, we've talked about it quite a few times, both like in the studio and on the stream before. Um, the short answer is we certainly thought about it. I think getting it right and rolling it out across so many cards is difficult. And I guess realistic answer is I don't see it happening. Although I would like it to potentially one day in some form. I mean, there's obvious potential there. Um, but yeah, I think it's just about. Do I live by the sea? Yeah, I live in Devon, so never far from the sea. Um, it's how far is that? About 20-minute drive on country roadish to the sea. So yeah, there are seagulls nearby. My mic's not doing a very good job of cutting out background noise. You can hear the seagulls, but they are very loud. I mean, I tune it out now. I'm so used to it. Come on, Emo. What's going on? Maybe it's connection issues that Zori mentioned. Yeah, so we have talked about already the state of the Dark Cells and stuff like that. Good game, Emo. Appreciate it. Um, and we're kind of in the position where the win rate only drops by about 5% across the board, which is kind of where we want it to be at the moment. But we are still collecting and reviewing data on it. And yeah, was it just you were having problems with the server? If it is problems with the server, I will just. I mean, how many of you guys are having problems with the server at the moment? Is it all of you? Because I can ping the. Yeah. All right. All right, I will quickly ping into the work chat. Just let them know. So bear with me. I'm very bad at typing and talking at the same time. Yeah. All right. Ooh, whoops. Okay. Yeah. So I have poked everyone on the work chat to let them know that it's not working at the moment. So yeah, can't log in. Games won't start. Well, thanks, Emo, for giving it a go. Appreciate it. Um, One sec. Ah, okay, here we go. I can see what I muted. You cannot hear me again, yeah. Okay, good. Um, okay, cool. So I pinged everyone there. If everyone else having trouble getting in, then we will skip that and let's just do. Oh, why can I deploy you? Can I deploy you? Deploy. Um, so I mean, I'm in. Um, but we're gonna have a look at this really gross 400.1. Just get all of got all three gross demons at the same time. Let's give it a go. See how mental this can get. But I think I'm going to be grossly overpowered. But yeah, if we can't get any more games in, if everyone's really struggling with it, then I'll just do this match, and then we'll go straight on to giveaways and kind of go from there. But do let me know if you've got any other cues and questions and all the rest of it while this is going on. And do my best as always to give an answer. Yeah, God, this is a lot. Cool, let's just do some reading. Does anyone play on slower speeds? I mean, statistically, yeah, they do. I find it difficult to. Um, let's say I think part of that's the ADHD. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this is for everyone who's like, oh, the game's really slow. Like this is what it was before. You know, that just was it. Don't even need to get Magnus out. Is it because they don't know they can make it faster? It might be. I don't know. I don't think so. I think people just prefer that. Um, but a lot of people still play casual as well, which I find crazy. But you know, is there people still play it? I think it makes up something like 13% of games played or something like that. I think it might have dropped below 10 now that we've added in APOC proper ranked seasons. But yeah, well, I am playing with only 6 trick. It's my fault. I'll do one more of these. See if I can get something spicy. Yeah, I know. That's yeah. Casuals matchmaking isn't the best. It's not secret, and you don't get any rewards for it. I guess the only argument I've seen for casual is people who are like literally hyper casual. They're just literally just playing a few games every now and again. They don't really looking to compete or anything like that. Um, thanks, Lodge. Um, or it's people who are on ranked and they want to complete missions without ruining their score. And yeah, sometimes deck testing as well. God, this is so brutal. So, I mean, this is a great showcase of Magnus's power, but it's tricky because you want to try and find like a reasonable opponent level. So I don't think there's going to be any benefit for me playing more of these. Any plans to rework Araman? I think, as I said before, like in the state he's in, I think this variation of this rule, I think the max that I would take this to is probably like 10 and 50. But I don't know if that's like way too swingy. But yeah, it would need to get full rework realistically if we wanted to change it up. And I'm not against that at all. But it's just about finding the time and resource. We've got something big in the pipeline at the moment. So yeah, all hands to the pump on that at the moment. So yeah, there are lots that I'd like to go and revisit, obviously. But nothing immediately in the plans to do the rework. But let me just get this giveaway sorted, because that's what we're all here for, isn't it? Always. I mean, I can see people gradually drifting at around this time. They've planned it all very carefully. They tune in at about this time. It's like, yeah, Harry's probably stopped talking about all the boring stuff. He's going to start doing the giveaways. I know which one of you it is as well. But yeah, I'll get this set up. So, got that. Next giveaway. Put that on that. Okay, and start giveaway is on now. I think. Yeah, there we go. So, all jump in there. We normally do 5 times with 5 giveaways for 2. Given that there's been a couple of issues, ongoing issues with the servers at the moment, you guys haven't been able to jump in and play some matches where you'll be able to win some other stuff as well. I will. Let's do the numbers up to 8. Is it 8? Wait, what's Tzeentch's number? Tzeentch's number 9. I don't know if I can get away with doing 9. Whose number is 8? Tzeentch number is 9, aren't they? Oh, yeah, 8's Corn, isn't it? No, it's not. It's Slanesh. 8? No, it is Corn. Can't be it. God, this stuff's so inconsistent on the internet with this. I can do 9. I mean, I'm at this point where I'm the only one who, because we don't have time anymore, I'm the only one who has access to a live stream that, I can just keep pressing the button. And I cannot be physically stopped. It's more about, will I get told off afterwards? Yeah, I think 6 is Slanesh, 7 is Nurgle, 8 is Corn, 9 is Tzeentch. I think. Yeah, no, I agree, Calvin. I agree. Well, we'll see. I mean, if we did give away 9, that would be half of you win. See, the thing is that I know that a couple of guys watching will be like, no, we'll give it a go. Yeah, I'll blame Tom. Blame Tom. 7 Nurgle, 6 Neshake, 10 Mal. Well, I mean, no one's talked about Mal for a long time except the community. All right, so we've got our entrance. Let's pick some winners. Uh, well, we'll do 9. We're having downtime. We want to play some games, but we can't. There'll be 8 winners normally. So that's how I justify it. So we get 5 winners. 3 people normally play in the arena, and bonus 1 downtime. 9's doable. Let's do it. So first winner. My name is Mud. I'm sorry about your name, but congrats on winning Magnus. Number 2, Rainer Wolfcastle. Congrats. I think recognise that name. Definitely already got your details down there, so congrats. Have we got lots of people suddenly going join? Are we not? So Hydro Masters, you're already in there. Bo, I think you're already in there. Oh, Bo, you're not in there. And Azza's not in there either. Well, I can probably do that quickly. So it's not too late. If we're giving away 9, try and get a few more people in there quickly. It's open, but I'm going to close it again afterwards. You couldn't type join. I'm Eron. You were already in there. I am Eron. Okay, if you're already in there, it's the same giveaway. It's not like you don't have to all join again. So it's just people. Uh, I know. I know. Well, it was 17. It's gone up to 20. People who said that they. There we go. All right. There we go. Let's close the entries again then. So we've got that there. Can't say I'm not fair. Giving away extra. So we've got My Name is Mud, Rainer Wolfcastle. We've got Hyprus 86. Congrats. I'm not opening it up again if you're not in there. I'm sorry. So congrats to you. Kessie Girl, congrats to Magnus your way. Number 5 is Nisa Banaga. Congrats to you. Number 6, Atixton. Congrats to you. Number 7 is Riri. I'm guessing that's just Riri. There's a big space in between. Maybe it's some kind of prime face. Congrats to you. Number 8 is Hydra Dominatus. Congrats. I know Lodger's like, oh, come on. Last one is I am Eron. So congrats to you 9. I'm sorry, Lodger. I mean, at least you've already got some copies of Magnus. You won the community one on. You didn't double entry. You were already in. You can't get some tickets. But yeah, congrats to you 9. I will, as per the usual, I'll get those out to you tomorrow morning at some point. But yeah, that is Magnus. We've had a bit of a preview of Magnus. We've done giveaway. We've talked through all the goodies. So yeah, I hope it's been good. Chatted around a few kind of hot topics at the moment as well. Stay tuned for more exciting stuff coming soon. TM. Obviously, we just had Skulls. Next big thing on the horizon, next big event we've got coming up is Anniversary, which will be in August. So yeah, we shall have some cool stuff to talk about that. And I mean, like, well, we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but fingers crossed, something cool. But yeah, I don't think there's much more to talk about at the minute. And if we can't have any more battles at the moment, then so be it. So yeah, I think rather than trying to fill 13 minutes, I will just end it there. I know, Roger. I know. Well, a lot is going to happen, and it's going to happen on one of the really big giveaways. So don't worry about it. You'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's me for now. So thanks all, and I will see you all soon. All right, cheers.